Sorry. Hi, Phil. How would you assess that and where it's gone wrong in this competition?
I think the assessment is that we just didn't turn up today. We started well with the bat, but we just didn't continue. I think when you sum it up, we were outplayed in all departments today. They bowled well, we batted well at the start, but didn't carry on, and they just batted well and batted us out of the game.
If you look at West Indies, obviously the only team to have won the T20 World Cup twice. So how's it kind of gone from that to now not making the Super 12s?
Yeah, that's how things are. I think we haven't been playing good enough cricket to be there as we would be there. We have the batsmen, the capabilities. We just haven't been putting it together. Our bowlers have shown up 9 out of 10 times, but the batters haven't really showed up, and I think all the batters will be disappointed in what they've produced, not just at the World Cup, but just before the World Cup and everything like that. So we need to go back, and batsmen need to take a look at themselves and work out how we score 170, 180 runs to be in the game, because the bowlers are doing their job.
And it seems like you were kind of well aware of the threat posed by Scotland before this tournament, so sort of no complacency. It's just they've delivered as you thought they might, and you haven't kind of been good enough in response.
No, we've worked hard. We've prepared well. It's just on the day we haven't done the correct things. We haven't assessed the situation properly at the game and done what's necessary for the situation. So I don't think there was no disrespect on our part. We prepared like if we were playing anyone else.
2 World Cups in a row now. Do you think there are short-term fixes, or is this a long-term T20 malaise for West Indies cricket?
I don't know. We've got to go back and look at our structure and how we play the game, and make sure that when we come to competitions or when we play in bilateral series, we are ready and able to do what's necessary for each situation of the game now.
Do you think you left yourselves too much to do with the bat at towards the later stages of the innings, because the power play in the first end, it seemed, at least from the outside, that West Indies didn't quite show the sort of intent that Ireland did?
No, we didn't show the sort of intent that Ireland did, and as I said before, we were outplayed in all departments today. We have shown the intent before, but the middle phases have been our problem, and we haven't gotten over it yet.
Was there also an issue around not having enough spin options, because Ireland and Zimbabwe the other day used spin quite effectively against the West Indies?
Well, they have it and they choose to use it against us. If we think we needed it, because those 2 teams play spin well, so we didn't think we needed it.
Hi Simon, nice to see you again. Any consolation that you've gone out to Ireland?
No consolation in losing.
Is there any team you're impressed by, like Paul Stirling? You know what he can do with the bat, and obviously he did it today, having a long run out of form.
Yeah, Sterlo is an international cricketer and one of note, and at some point in a tournament he's going to come good and do what he did today. So it's no real surprise, and I think we prepared for things. We just didn't do what we prepared to do against him today, and he batted well.
Thank you.
Any takers from the online audience? Thank you. For those, you may go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Phil. I'm just wondering a little bit about the bowling tactics. What was the reason behind maybe keeping Jason Holder and Alzari Joseph for later on in the innings? Did you feel maybe you need them at the end, or do you think you could have used them up front?
For later on in the innings? What do you mean by later on in the innings?
I mean, Alzari Joseph didn't open the bowling, and I'm just wondering why that was.
Well, he bowled the 3rd over, so I think that's close enough to open. That's just the way we saw it supposed to happen. We gave Obed the 1st over, and Akil has been bowling well there. So, the last 3-4 games we played, Alzari bowled well the 3rd over, the 4th over, the 5th over. So we just look at it like that.